Okay, fine. Let's we'll create from start the simple Maven project. I think everyone knows about it. Right, you should have at least basic knowledge of Selenium, Java, TestNG. Right. Then how to create, right? These things I think everyone knows. If you want to create a simple Maven project, we can go to file, new, and then other. Right, we can search for a Maven and then create the Maven project. Click on the next and then select the checkbox, create a simple project and where you want to store. Right, if you want to store any specific location, we can store it. Right, just let me inside. Okay, I am selecting this is my location. Okay, we can give any name, it will create automatically folder. Okay, the group ID is like a right, company name. I am working for some company. We can give, suppose google.com is, we will give in a reverse order. Right, com.google, right, Oracle, right, any company name, group ID is like, okay, just I will give dot training. Artifact ID is like a project. We can give what is the project or what is the name of your project. And these two things are fine. The version is default, we can leave it. Let's just click on finish. Right, fine. It will create a simple project. Right, what are the basic things we require? Right, we want to automate with a Selenium Java, right? Right, basic things I will copy paste it. What are these things I think everyone knows. If anyone don't have idea, right, please let me know. Immediately stop me and ask me again. Right, if you don't ask, right, these are the right why we are going with this session. You should understand. Right, if you don't understand, there is no meaning of attending. Right, if you are have any issues anywhere, right, then please let me. Right, what we require dependencies, Selenium, basic things. These two things are fine. Right, Selenium and then TestNG. Right, here we need to add a dependencies type. Right. Inside dependencies, we need to add the dependency. Right. One is Selenium dependency, one is testing. Right. These things we can get it from, right. We can go to Maven repository and we can search for it. We can copy paste. Right. One more is Sure for plugin. Right. And now we don't require, we will see this later. We require only compiler. Right. Which version of Java we are using. Right. So we will just like Sure for plugin, we can keep it or we can keep it, no issues. While running Maven, we will see this. Right, and currently we don't require. Okay, we have to add the build and then plugins. Right, the root tag is build after dependencies, not inside dependencies. Build plugins, plugin. Right, and this one we will see later. For now, plugin, compiler plugin. You can search in the Google, we will get automatically. Compiler plugin, version of it, and then what is the JDK we are using? JDK 21. We will go with the Java 21. Right, I think Java setup, JDK setup you already know. Right, just install the JDK and configure in the Eclipse. How to configure? We can go to Window Preferences. Right here we can go to Java, install JREs. You can click on it and then add. Click on add, next, and what is the JRE home? Right, wherever you installed, we have to select it. Right, 21. So, correct root directory. Select it. Correct, select and click on finish. I already have, it is saying already name. Ready. Then select that checkbox. Click on OK. And then compiler also. Compiler also, you select which version we are using, 21. Right, one is install JREs, we need to add and select the checkbox. And then compiler, which version we are using. Right, just those two things we have to do it. Right, that's it. Right. What we have added, one is the Selenium dependency, one is the test engine, and then plugin Maven compiler plugin. These three are enough for now. We'll see later remaining things. Right, now if I want to write what we will do, we will take this application looks like a real-time application only, somewhat typical application also. Right, if we automate this application, right, mostly we can automate any type of application. Right, if you have any specific complex application, please let me know. We will also see that if you have any specific application if you want. Right. Okay, then. Here what we will have, this is a it will have a it will have login. And we can give default already they have given user ID password. Right, we can take there are multiple pages will be there, end-to-end flows. Right, end-to-end flows will be there. Suppose I want to create a one user. Right. I want to create a one user. Now what is the step? Right, admin, we have to click on it. We have to click on add. Right, then we have to select these things. Right, we have to select the role, status, and then employee name. Existing employee name, we have to search for it. Right, some existing name we have to give and search it. And then we have to give unique, every time we have to give unique name. Right, we have to give every time, we have to generate the unique name and we have to give. And then password. Right. Every time we have to give, we can use same password also, no issues. But the username should be unique every time. Password can be same. Right, we can click on save. Right. Once we saved, how to verify whether it is created or not successfully? Right, we can search on top. We have search. Right, whatever we have given username. Right, admin 123 something. Right, we can click on search whether it is coming or not. Right, we have to based on this. Right, we can okay. We have successfully created. Right, after creating, we have to verify it. Then we can, if you want to edit it, we can click on this edit. Right, if you want to change anything, we can change and save it. Right, if you want to delete it, we can select it. Right, then we can delete. Or if you want to delete multiple, we can select and delete. Right, here only whatever we have created, we will delete. Right, here pop-up was coming, we can click on as delete. Right, once it's deleted, how we will verify again? Again, right, we will search. Right, admin 123 again search it. It should not come. Right, we can validate these. Right, bottom there are some pop-ups are coming. Right, but these are all very quickly we will go. We cannot based on that we should not validate because those will be within right 1 to 2 seconds. It is very quickly it is going. Right, so sometimes our test case will fail. So those are all right. We should not depend on those pop-ups. Let's just search it. We should not return anything. That means it is deleted successfully. Right, this end-to-end flow we will see. Right, for that, right, what we have to do, right, if you want to automate again, we need to create the driver object. Right, here we will follow page object model. Right, in real time we will use the page object model only. Right, otherwise, what are the issues with if we don't use? Right, what are the challenges and the issues we will face? Right, without following page object model. Right, suppose if we want to log into the application, right, what are the things, right, what are the things we will do? Right, driver dot find element, that way what we will do username, some just sample code. Okay, we have to enter the username, right, we have to enter the password, right, but then we have to click on, right, then we have to click on some button, login button, maybe. Right, again, right, after some lines of code, okay, again I want to log into the application. Right, again I want to log into the application. What I will do again, I will copy, paste these three lines again. Right, I will copy paste these three lines. Right, I have created one more test case. I want to log in there also. Right, every time whenever I require login, just simply I will copy paste this code. Right, what is happening here? Duplicate code. Right, same piece of code we are writing again and again. Right, now what is the problem with this? One is the duplicate code. Suppose tomorrow username got changed. Right, this locator was changed, username. Now the problem is, right, my lead, suppose my lead is asking just to change only username, right? Just to change and let me know whether script is working or not. Right, my lead is thinking just a username, simple thing. Right, he is asking just quickly verify and let me know execute script working or not. But in reality, what is happening? We have a lot of places. Right, we have created hard coded code, lot of places. Right now, I want to modify each and every place. Right, I have to find out. First of all, I have to find out where the code is, and I have to modify these things. Right, it will take a lot of time. Right, then we will get issues. Why? Right, he will ask why you are taking a lot of time. Simple thing. Right, we can explain this in a lot of places. Right, that is the problem. Maintenance problem. Right, it will take a lot of time if we go for a normal simple approach without using page object model. Right, right, one is the duplicate code. Right, one is the time consuming if you want to change anything. Right, maintenance. While writing code, there is no issue. But if you want to do the changes, it will take a lot of time. Maintenance will be very costly. Right, and then we cannot easily identify. Someone asks where is the right login code. Right, I cannot say where it is. Right, there are multiple places. So, right, I cannot say here is the login code. I cannot say confidently. Right, it is multiple places. So we have to keep it in only one place so that everyone easily understand where is our code. Right. For that only to eliminate these are the issues, we will go with the page object model. What page object model will tell us? Right. What it will tell? Right. What it will tell? This is just a design pattern. Right. Page object model is a design pattern. It will tell us how to write our code. Simple thing. That is not a big thing. Page object model is right. Someone right create someone right created this model. That means he thought that it would be if you implement this approach, your project will be very easy to maintain, easy to understand. Right, so everyone liked it. We can also implement, we can also thought different things and we can also create. If everyone likes it, that will everyone will use it. Right, like that one of the people he thought this approach would be very helpful to developer whenever they will implement in this way. It is like a design pattern. What it will tell, create, right, create separate page class for each and every page in the web page. Right. What it will tell, page object model is a design pattern. It will tell create for login page, one page. Right. After login, if you want to do all the user actions, right? Suppose I want to do user add, update, delete. For all the user, we can create one page class. If you want to achieve it, job, right? For each and every page, we have to create a separate page class in the our project. And then each page will have separate test case. Each project will have corresponding test case. Right, here it will have a login page, and then we will have a user, suppose user page, right? Suppose admin page, right? Job page. That means for each and every page in the UI, right? We will create a separate page class. So that what is the advantage? Right, page class. Suppose here we have written multiple places login code. Here only we will write our page, right? This piece of code in the login page one, right? In the login page one. So that what will happen? We will keeping avoiding duplicate. That means we no need to write multiple times same piece of code again and again. Now what is the advantage? Tomorrow anything is changed, username, password or anything. Right? It is very easy to update it. Right? It is very easy to update. We can quickly do the changes and test it. Right? Within a lifetime, we can do the changes and we can execute it. And it is very easy to understand code. First is right, understandability is very easy. That someone asked where is the login code. Right, they will simply go to login page. They can easily right, they can easily identify the code, understand. Right. For like this, each page class will have a test classes also. Right. For each page, if you want to test these things, we will have a login test, right, user test, admin test, right, job test. Right, we will not combine page code with test code. Right, page code will be separate. Right, and test cases code is different. Both should be different. That is the page object model. We should not combine right a page page code with the test code. Right, here one of the OOPS concept. Right, we will implement multiple OOPS concepts here. One second. Right, what are the OOPS concepts here we will implement? This is one is these are all in page classes. What we will do? Right, in the page classes, what we will do? We will write a locators and then actions. Right, in the pages, what we will do? We will do a locators and then actions. Right, locators and actions. Right, each page class is like a here. What OOPS concept we will encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Right, binding of binding of data members, right, binding of data members and methods into a single unit. That is called encapsulation. Right here, pages, what we are doing? Pages, we are doing same thing. We will write a locators means data members, actions means methods. We are combining locators and actions into a page class. All pages are called encapsulation. Right, right here. Right, we should not combine one page locator in another locator. Right, login page means login page should have only login page locators only. Actions only login action. Mostly we should not combine with any other locators. If it is very rated, we require necessarily then only. Otherwise, right, mostly we will not touch this other page code. We should not write. One more is inheritance. Right, how to achieve inheritance? Right, we will create a base page and then we will create right child classes. Right, login page. Right, we will create a login page, admin page, right, user page. Right, what is the advantage of inheritance? Right, what is the advantage of it? Why we will go for inheritance? Right, this is a single level inheritance. Right, one parent. Right, what is the advantage of it? We can acquire right reusability. Right, instead of writing right same piece of code in all the pages, right, we will keep it in one place and reuse across all the child classes. What type of code we will keep it in the base page? Right, right, user actions. Right, whatever we will do on the page, what we will do, some actions we can do. Right, what actions? Enter. If I want to enter the text. Right, I want to click on it. Right, right, whatever we will do on the page. Right, what we will do usually in the page, mostly enter or click. Right, here a text box means we will enter some text and then login means just we will what we will do, we'll click on it simply. Right, mostly we will do either click or enter most of the times. Right, we will do those reusable actions in the base page. We will create those so that everyone we no need to create all those actions in every page. Right, that is also a duplicate code. Right, by using inheritance concept, we can write all the page classes actions in the base page so that we can reuse it, reusability. Right, we can achieve here inheritance concept. Right, so that we can reduce the duplicate code. We can achieve reusability. Right, inheritance means reusable. Similarly, test case also. Right, we will have a base test and then all the child classes will extend. Right, all the child classes will extend the base test. Right, in the test case, we will have mostly driver, right, driver creation and driver close. Right, we no need to create in each and every test case a driver. Right, we can create in the base test and then we can reuse it in the child classes. Right, right. Right, we will quickly create it. Right, right. Here there is a once we create the Maven project, what is the structure of it? It will create automatically structure SRC main Java, main resource text Java, test resource. But main resources mostly we will not use. Right, mostly we will use test Java, test resources, main Java. In the main Java, framework code will be there. The SRC main Java framework code will be there. Test Java, test code. Resources, we will have a other than Java files, right? Like XML files, any right Excel files, JSON files. Other than Java files, we will maintain under SRC test resources. Right, what we will do, we will quickly the SRC main Java simple framework, not a big one. Right, we'll create. Mm, okay, sorry. We have to create package. SRC main Java. I will create a base. Only the package, base package. Right, base package will have a simple our base page and the base. First, we require a driver object. So we will go with the base test. Right, we will use the TestNG concept. Right in the before method. Right, some like public void setup. Okay. Here, what we will do, we'll create the driver instance. Okay. Subdriver driver equal to new crowd. Right, we are using Selenium 4, so we don't require any WebDriver manager. We no need to set a system.set property. Right, those are the things we don't require. Right, Selenium 4 inbuilt, we have a Selenium manager. Right, they have a concept called Selenium manager. It will automatically download the latest drive. Right, we no need to worry about it. Right, what are the basic things we can do? One is the maximize, driver.manage.window.maximize. Okay, then simply after method, right, we can close the drive. Right, if driver is not equal to null, just quit the drive. Right, create it, quit it. Right, directly we will not provide access to the right this driver child classes. We should not provide direct access to the variables. Right, we have to create. Suppose the child classes want a driver. How they will get it? Here we will create a one method. Right, public get driver. Return driver. It should return the driver. Right, it should return the driver. Right, child class is protected is fine. Right, right. Child classes will get by using this get driver method. They will get the driver. Now simply we will go to our test. Right, we'll create the package. Right, what is the application we are trying to automate? RM. Right, let me create. Right, inside it, just let me create. Right, first one login. Right, one more thing we have to keep. One more package. Or inside RM, we will have a test and then right pages. Right, basic things. Tests and pages. Now, first thing is what we have to do. We have to create the page. Right, if you want to automate anything, first thing we should have a pages. Right here we are following page object. Right, page object model with page factor. Login page. Right, login page should have what it will contain. We are following page object model with page factory, so we will have a annotations. Alright, suppose how to write. First, we have to identify these locators. I think everyone aware of it. I think, but still, how to identify? If I want to identify these locators, we have to right click, inspect it. Right, this is called developer console. Right, Chrome developer console. Right, in the elements tab. Right, if I want to get the locator of this username. Right here there is a some triangle. This one arrow mark is there, right? We can click on. Then which locator we want? Here, right? Move to that position. Click on it. Right here, what are the attributes it has? Just verify. Right? Unique attributes we have to see. Right? We can go with a name or placeholder. These two are unique. Either any one of we can go with. Right? We can go with the name. Okay, what is the name? Username. Right, first preference is ID. If it has a ID, then go with the name. Right, name, then class, then CSS. Final, expert. Our final choice is expert. Right, not first choice because expert will take more time to execute it. So we will go with the name. Right, while
Hi,
creating at the
Sesh.
rate. Yes,
How to check the locator whether we have used in on console, whether it's correct or not?
right, good question. Right then, username we have it. Let me explain. Username. While writing the fields also, it should be at some naming convention we have to follow. Right, we'll see that. Right, now how should we know whether it is a correct one or right? Suppose we have taken a name. Right, I want to verify here whether it is identifying or not. Right, before using. Maybe. Right, then how to use if I want to if ID means directly I can right control F. Right, first thing we have to press in the elements control F. It will open some text box here. Right. Here we have to verify our locators are correct. For ID directly we can give hash and then ID. For class we can give dot. But here we don't have anything, right? We have a name. Right. But how to verify? We can use the CSS. Right. We can take the name, username. Right. How to write the CSS syntax? Right. Square brackets. We can give that name equal to user. Right. See, now it is here important thing is whenever we are verifying the locator, in the right side it will give how many elements are identified with this locator. Right here, how many identified? One of one. Right. It should be always one of one. Right. We have to make sure this element is this locator should identify uniquely. Right. Then only it will work our script. Right. Make sure every time it should be one of one. Right. Suppose I have given tag name input, right? But say here identify one of nine. That means we should not go with like this input. I cannot give directly input and enter the text. Right? Because it is identifying nine elements, right? Whichever first is identified, there it will enter the text, not our username. So we have to make sure every time this should be unique, right? This is in the developer console. We can make sure right our locator is identified uniquely or not. We can verify it. Right. Currently we are using name. So we have to use the if you want to verify in the console, we have to go with the CSS. Right. Square brackets attribute name. What is the attribute name? Name or placeholder. Either we can use name or placeholder and user. Right. It is identifying only one. But in the code, coming to code, right, we can use the name locator and no need to use right CSS, right, because already we have a name, so we can use the name, right, both will be okay. Here, if you want to verify in the right browser, we will go this syntax, right, and also naming conventions are very important, right, while writing the code, naming conventions are very important. What is this? This is like a text box. You can follow any standard. Right, this is the text box. So either you can give prefix, or suffix. That means text box username. Either one standard we can follow. Either we can give text box username or username text box. Right, we can go with the right suffix. Right, after first we will give the name of that and then keyword. What is the text box, radio button, drop down. That's so that it is very easy to understand. Right, next one. Right, next one, what we require? Password. Right, just we can, how to identify? Click on this arrow symbol, go to that place, or like this we can go, or directly you can click on this password and then right click inspect. Right, both ways we can. And before, right, suppose I am thinking this is the element, right? This is the tag related to this password input. We have to make sure mouse over, right? If you mouse over, what will happen? It will highlight in the above UI also. Right? Just we can cross check that also fine. Right? Just to verify, mouse over, and then it should identify this locator. Right? Name password. Right? Then we can give password. Then what else we require? We require to click on the login button. We'll go with here also we have in it. Right, here also. Oh, sorry. See, sometimes it will not properly. This is the password only showing. Suppose if I click on it, right, it is not showing properly. So we have to make sure that, right, in that case, just navigate to down and make sure that, okay, this is the button is the right. Right, sometimes, right, not properly going. Right, whatever it is showing immediately, if you click on it, you can copy paste it, right? We will confuse about it later. So here, what is the button? Right, we can search here. Right, here currently we don't have any unique attribute. We don't have. So we can see class. There are multiple classes. Right, this is one class. This is one class. Right, this is one class. Right, we can go with maybe we will check with this orange HRM login. But we have to verify whether it is a unique thing or not. How to verify? Right, Control F. To verify the class, we can dot. We can keep it as a dot and then paste the class. Right, it is coming one of one. Right, either we can use the class or tag name also we can verify. What is a tag name? Button. Right, button also only one in this page. Right, we can also go with a tag name. Either we can go with a tag name or class name. Right, we will go with the class name. Right, tag name is a easy one only. Right? We will say class name. How to identify class? Class name mostly, right, 99% sometimes it will not be unique. We will not get it. Right, here we got it. Right, we have to go with the at the rate find by class name. Just to pay. No need to keep it a dot. Right, if you keep it a dot, that will become, right, that will become CSS. Okay, login button. Okay. Okay, login button. Right, if you keep it as a dot, it will not become a class name. It will become CSS. Right, don't keep any dot. Class name, that's it. Only just the name of it. Right, then after that, we have to create. These are the locators. Right, these are the, right, like a variable. Right, this is the encapsulation. Right, how we will, like all page classes will follow encapsulation. Right, we are wrapping the data members and actions. Actions means suppose I want to log in now. Public void login. Right, login. To log in, what I required a something username. I required and then password I required. I require username and then password. Right, but here if you want to enter the text, right, if you want to enter the text, now we will enter right username text box dot send this, right. But in real time we will not simply do like this, right. Only this piece of code we will not write. In real time, what we will do, right? Sometimes what will happen if anything is populated, right? Already something it is there like this. Suppose if you try to enter, what will happen? It will enter after that. Now username will become wrong, right? To make sure that first we have to username text box dot we have to clear it, right? Before entering any text, we have to clear, right? And also what we will do, we have to make sure that right exception handle also we have to handle. Right. This inside try block, we will keep these two things and then some exception. And then if any exception is occurred, right, we will throw again that exception. Same exception we will rethrow. Right. For each and every field, we have to follow these things. Now again, if I want to enter password, right, I have to write the same piece of code again. Right now, what is happening? Right, to write the simple enter text, I have to write like this. Right, we will not write like this, right, every time. It is like a duplicate code every time. Right, so what we will do? That's why we have created, we have to go with the inheritance concept. Right, all the reusable things instead of writing that same piece of code again and again. Right, we will go with the parent piece. Like we'll create a base page. Right, then child class will extend base page. In the base page, what we will do? We will write this piece of code. Right, public void something enter text. Right, for enter text, what we require? We require a web element, and then what is the text we want to enter. Right, web element and right like this. Then sometimes right now every time we will not get a web element only. Sometimes we will get a by element by also. Right, instead of web element, sometimes I required right. Sometimes I required by also. Right. Sometimes we require for that we will use the overloading concept. Right. One more oops concept of polymorphism. Overloading concept. What is overloading? Method name will be same, but arguments will be different. Right. Here what we will do? We will use the by. Right. By locator. Right. But to use the by locator, what is the right? Here driver we require. Right. If we have a by means we require a driver. Right, I have to driver dot find element. Right, first I need to driver object. Then how to pass the driver object? Driver object will be at where it is. Right, how to get driver object to this base page? Right, we can by using constructor concept. Right, we can use the constructor. In the constructor, we will have an argument web driver. Then here one more instance variable we will take. Right, a private instance variable, private web driver. Then we will assign this local driver to instance variable. And this dot driver equal to driver. Right. But for child classes, we will not give direct access. Right. How we will provide to the child classes? Just we will keep it as a protected. Right. One method get driver, so that all the child page classes, we will use this method to get the driver. Right. Fine. And driver dot find element. First, we need to find. If we have a by locator, we have to find the right element. Then after finding element, we can do right method overloading. Right here by there will rename it as a by. Okay, but here one more thing. Before right doing actions, sometimes if it is taking some time, right? Sometimes if we take to load it, it will take some time, right? Then immediate if you're trying immediately means what will happen? It will fail, right? It will fail. But I want to wait for some time, right? I want to wait for before entering the text. I want to make sure it is visible. Right. For that, what we require? We require to wait for it. Right. Then we will go for a explicit wait. How to create explicit wait? Wait. Right. Web driver. Then wait. New web driver wait. We have to pass the driver and then duration of seconds. In Selenium 4, we have to use the duration of seconds. How many seconds? Right, I want to max 10, suppose, right, 10 seconds is fine for me. Right, but before entering, I want to make sure wait for it, right? Wait dot until, right, this is the lambda expression, right? If you are confusing about it, go for normal syntax only. What is the normal syntax? Wait dot until expected condition visibility of. Wait dot until expected condition visibility of element. Right, before entering the text, we will wait for this one up to 10 seconds it will wait. Suppose if it is unable to find within 10 seconds, after 10 seconds also, it will throw what exception? Timeout exception. It will throw timeout exception. Then similarly here also, right, by locator, we can wait dot until, but here method name will change because we have a by locator. Visibility of element located. That here we will have a visibility of element located. Right, what it will do? Right, an expectation for checking element present in the DOM and visibility. Right, expectation is element should be visible in the DOM. Visibility means that element is not only displayed but also has some height and width greater than 0. Right, it should be properly displayed. Then only it will try to enter the text. Right. One is the enter text. One more is quickly we will create most actions. What are we will do? One is the enter text. One is the click. One is the click. For click, what we will use? The element to be clickable. Right. We have a element to be clickable. We have to wait. An expectation for checking element is visible and it is enabled. Right. Visible plus enable. Then only we can click on it. Right, element to be clickable means what? An expectation is element should be visible and then plus enable. Right, for click we will not right see we cannot clear it. Right, click means just we will do click only. I cannot clear. If we use click, what will happen? It will throw exception. Right, here what we have to do element dot click. That's it. Right. Similarly, by locator also we can write it. For by also we can write. For by what we have to do? Element to be clickable. Same only. Let's see. One more thing. Right. What? We'll write it by. Okay. Element to be clickable. What it will do? It will wait for the element and also it return web element. We no need to again that it will return automatically web element. We no need to again write driver dot find element no need to write. We can just return point it. It will automatically return element. It will wait for the element and then it will return the element. Element dot key. Right on top we have written. If you see here we no need to write directly. We can keep it here. Wait method will return automatically. It will wait for the element. It will return the web element. We no need to write again driver dot find element. We no need to do it. That is a mistake we will do lot of time. Wait method. Wait dot until it will return automatically web element. Mostly these two we will do. These are the things. In the base page we have created a constructor. So child class, what it is asking? It is asking for child class also should have a default constructor must be specified. In the constructor, what we will do? We will call the super of driver. Super of driver means what? We are passing driver to the parent class. From the child class to parent class, we will pass. Here it is initializing. Now come to test. In the test, what we have to do? Login test. Login test. At the rate test. Public void. Something we will write verify login test. Okay, verify login test. Each test case should extend base test. Right. Here multiple loops concept we have learned. One is the polymer encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, method overloading. These are all we already know everyone, but no one is observing. We are doing all the loops concepts. While explaining these are the things. Encapsulation means where we have used all the paid classes are our encapsulated classes. We can explain. Right. Inheritance. We have created base page, base test. What we have created in the base test? We have created a driver object. In the base page, what we are creating? All the reusable methods. We can explain like this. Then they will impress it. Really, this person is worked on some project. What is the method overloading? Where you have used method overloading. Here I have used to enter the text. To click on that, we have written multiple methods with the same name, different arguments. Here what we have to do? Login page. Object we have to create, pass the driver. How we will get this driver in the base test? Before executing our test case, we will see flow tomorrow. Right. Just a practice. You have to create a project until what we have done. You have to before coming to next class. You should do this one. Otherwise, there is no meaning of attending these classes. Everyone, please create a project. So for what we have done, you have to create it. Then only there is a meaning. You are attending to Latin, You should practice it. Anyone have any questions? Are